Hello and welcome back to part 24 of Unreal 1, and in this episode we are still in Nepali Castle as we are attempting to not get ambushed by Scar Warriors.
And now that we have successfully destroyed the tabletop decorum, now we can check every freaking door for even more.
We are ambushing a Scar Warrior!
Yay.
He was sleeping. That's a coward's way of attack.
It is a coward's way of attack, but he hurt, so we're going to kill him the safest way that we can.
An honorable fighter wakes up his opponent first. Says, get up, I have to tell you something. What is it? You're going to die.
That's nice. Can I go back to bed now? Alright, so we've been in the Nepali Castle for a couple of parts now. I'm not entirely sure what else I can, bring up to talk about, because last time we were recording these parts, we ended up going into gender politics on the Scar race that we, are only able to really speculate on. As opposed to actually have definitive proof of. So what would you like to discuss today, Mr. Cloud?
Well, I did just finally get another shipment of Magic the Gathering cards to my house. Yeah.
Know what you building?
I have finally just about finished both my Madness Vampires and my non-Madness Vampires.
Okay.
So my Madness Vampires are colored black and red, and they're going to be using a lot of these cards. A lot of the vampires in the deck have very high attack power, but not a lot of toughness, but that's okay. Because if I got a Stromkirk Captain out that gives all my vampires first strike, and I have an archetype of finality that gives all my creatures death touch, then I got a first strike death touch that nobody gonna block.
Unless, of course, they also have first strike or double strike.
And it gets even better because I got this artifact equipment called a Chitness Cloak that gives equipped creature menace. So if you want, what?
It's Chitinous Cloak.
Chitinous Cloak. I actually did not know that.
It's an insect skeleton. I think it even says so in the flavor text.
So if somebody really wants to block my first strike death touch high power creatures, they have to block with at least 2 creatures, and both of those creatures will die from first strike death touch damage. Unless they have double.
Even on double block, you get priority on dealing damage with first strike, don't you?
That's right.
Okay.
That's why I love it.
Now throwing a flare.
Popping a flare.
But this is the residential quarters of Nepali Castle. You can tell because there are Scar here that we are attempting to kill.
Now that guy had a really rude awakening because he's sleeping in the master bed.
And he's guarding the sniper rifle.
Now, do you use the sniper rifle?
I use the sniper rifle later on. I think I've used it a little bit already. But the sniper rifle in this game is pretty underwhelming, honestly. Although headshot damage is most certainly a thing that is in this game, it's difficult to tell where the heads on a lot of enemies are because of their character models. So
yeah, some of them are kind of like hunched forward, so their head is in like the middle of their body.
Yep, like the brutes and behemoths and such.
Yeah, but the Titans.
The Titans and the Scars, I'm pretty sure, do take headshot damage, although I'm not entirely sure how effective headshot damage on the Titan actually is.
Probably just a little more. They do have a lot of
Raid
health.
the bell tower! Get the assault vest, and then head back out. Except we want to test the bell tower first.
Nope.
I'm not entirely sure if it worked.
Bell is in her...
There, it did.
Oh, that worked. It had awoken the creatures.
Probably not, honestly.
It's a very eerie sounding bell.
Yeah. 8 balls and a bio rifle. There's a behemoth there.
Once we collect our weapons, Then we can... He's not dead yet.
Yeah. Because somehow, like three of the 6 rounds from the 8-ball gun. And the 8-ball gun has really weird fucking math in it. Managed to miss them.
Brute is angry. Brute wants to kill you.
Brute has been slain. Brute will take a nap now.
Brute sleeping next to friend.
Up into the upper levels of Nepali Castle. Hello, Mr. Nolly. How are you today? Oh, look, there's a Scar mercenary over there.
You.
He is deaded now.
You there. You tried to trick me.
Well, actually, no, he did not. He was trying to lead us to a secret.
Well, whether by his doing or not, he successfully distracted us from enemy gunfire for a second. In a game,
And booyah, super health.
in a game with survival elements like this, that would be a dick move.
Only a small dick move, though, and he didn't. And I'm not entirely sure if he knew that the Scar mercenary was there.
Whatever causes offense, in whatever degree, you're gonna feel it. Every little point.
Not on normal mode, honestly. On the higher difficulties, sure, but you know, on the lower end difficulties, not really. No, I would say that normal mode for Unreal 1 is actually a really comfortable experience.
Yeah, where not every moment is so fucking critical that you have to keep restarting the save file.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are health drops everywhere, so that also is a thing.
Yep.
Lower your shield, fiend.
So that I may shoot you with laser beams.
Your icicles did not kill me. Neither can your slime balls.
Sludge. It's Teridium sludge, which are actually made of the same thing.
What, sludge and slime?
Yes, the Teridium shards that the Stinger fires are the solid form of the Teridium sludge that the bio rifle shoots.
Now, how come you figure that when it's solid that it turns blue?
It's actually due to the process of making. Oh, boss!
Far back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
And there we go. We have successfully slain the boss gas bag. And now we can access the base. Now we can access the dungeon. But the process of making Teridium shards into Teridium sludge is more or less the act of collecting the waste that comes from harnessing the energy of the Teridium shards. The Teridium shards are both magic and science related in this game. They are mystic because of the properties of the Nepali place upon them, whereas they are tech, as in they actually do a significant amount of the powering for the Scar warships and some of our weapons.
This seems like a very violent way to teach people to recycle their stuff.
Yes, recycle your waste, or I will shoot you with it.
You will be shot with the waste.
Yes.
Because I am conservative. I'll teach you a lesson in conservation.
Yes, by sending you to the hospital with dissolved skin and shards of crystals shoved into your muscle structure.
And then, as the doctor is removing the shards from your muscle structure, they will ask, "How did this happen?" And you say, "I was shot by recycled shards." And they will say, "Oh, that is good for the environment."
Do not take the lessons that we teach here on Rocket Rabbit as serious, folk. Do not shoot your neighbors with Teridium shards. They will dislike you and send you to law school.
The words that cross on Rocket Rabbit are things that are said that need not be repeated.
Or acted upon.
Or acted upon, or thought of, pondered, discussed, ruminated on, etc. Although when I do rewatch these, I think honestly, I think one of the best things that I can contribute to Rocket Rabbit recording is just putting a coherent thought together and then hearing it back. It's like, wow, that actually is coherent. I know what I'm talking about.
Usually, I mean, a good portion of the time when we go on our more lengthy and incoherent tangents, they're not as incoherent as they seem. I mean, it's not scripted because we don't actually have the timing or resources to do significant scriptings for individual commentary parts. I mean, it would be great if we had the resources for that, but we're too lazy to actually acquire the resources for that.
Well, sometimes it's as simple as knowing, like, hey, there's going to be a moment during this part that I'm going to be ready for. You may not be ready for it, but yeah, you'll know when it's here.
Yeah. So now we need to go press the button, yes? Except no, because the button is already pressed.
We are going to share the truth of the universe like it's nobody's goddamn business. Take that, for example. That switch opens that door. See? It opens the door back up, even.
Yep. Alright, so now we are entering the actual dungeon cells of Nepali Castle, which have been overrun and taken over by the invading Scar forces. In these dungeon cells is a particular Nepali that I hate. We will spend a good part of next part dealing with that Nepali. That Nolly person.
Is that the Nolly that's got the weird voice effects on him?
No.
Oh. So I was pretty sure I heard weird voice effects. Like, whoa, yeah.
No. All the Nolly do that when they're going through the meditative states. See?
Speaking of meditation, I think I accidentally taught myself how to cycle breathe yesterday.
I did not teach myself how to do that, and I am okay with that.
See, I would do it on recording right now if I had at least some vague idea as to what it's going to sound like. But basically, like, you use your throat like you normally would, like while you're talking or singing. But it's while you're breathing in that it's most crucial. While you're breathing in, you're also supposed to like simultaneously push air out through your diaphragm to make even more noise. And then when it comes time to breathe again, then once you've gotten your breath, then you can, like, start from step one.
This Nepali sucks.
He's running.
This Nolly is tied to what I believe is a very important secret. Unfortunately, I can't figure out how to access it.
Oh, I remember this. Yep,
yes.
We're going across the lift. Everybody's having a good time. I'm traveling with my buddy. We get off. We go get our hands stamped. We're ready to enter Six Flags. It's a beautiful day outside. The children are playing. I mean, on the inside. But now that we're outside, everything's beautiful. We're gonna go to the roller coaster.
A Scar warship. Hi, Scar warship. Ouch!
All I wanted to do was ride the roller coaster.
Yeah. I am convinced that Nolly is part of a very impressive secret. I can't figure out how to activate it, and we'll spend it like half the next part following through that same path. I would like to apologize preemptively for our viewers that it was not cut out, but I am convinced that there is a secret there, and I really wanted to show it off, but I can't figure out how to do it.
And yes, I did remember that particular tragic Nolly, who apparently we can't save from a fucking from a what do you call it? A strafing raid?
It's a Scar warship.
It's an
bombing run?
A bombing run. That's what it's called. Yeah, it was an Air Force term.
Bombing run.
Bombing
run is actually a pretty interesting game mode.
Bombing runs normally are done on like groups of soldiers. They're not done on just single targets.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Notes.
I sit here
I hear
waiting
the
to die.
wails of the others as they're taken to the bowels of the dungeon to be sacrificed to the Sky Demon.
My fear,
It's a good thing we won't be fighting him anytime soon, right, Cloud?
fear tears at my soul.